Hello and welcome. Welcome back to Think English. This is a channel that I dedicate not only to speaking in English, but to thinking in English. Okay, if you saw the last class, we talked about the present perfect and the present perfect continuous. Also, I added a new video. I'll put it at the end of this one that you can see the expressions, a lot of cool expressions that are used daily basis from people like Elon Musk, President Barack Obama, and even Tony Robbins. So check that out. One of something. It's unique. Okay, the sun. There's only one. It's unique. So we would say, look at the sun. Isn't it hot today, man? Or wow, you know, come here, honey. You have to look at the moon. Come and look at the moon. The moon, the earth that we live on, the planet that we live on is unique. So we're only going to use the for these unique, one-of-a-kind things. What do you think about environment? No, what do you think about the environment? Correct. Okay, so try to remember these are the examples that I give you as the example. Don't look at it as I have to remember each of these words. And life, we do not use the. So many people say, oh man, I love the life. Man, isn't this the life? Now, there's an exception. So I love life. There isn't a the before life. Life is something that exists for all of us, just as space. There's a lot of space and there's a lot of time. So time is another one that we don't put the time. Sometimes we do have exceptions where we would say, I don't have the time, meaning, all right, let's go to the next one. Again, if you have any questions, please just put it in the comment box here, or again, if you have something that I didn't mention and you want to add it in the comment, please feel free to do so after the live. We use the before same. I should have put the here. Let me put quotation marks here. We speak at the same time. I'm going live at the same time. Oh, you're always going to put the. We also use the a lot of the times before technology things. And I say technology, but things that were inventions. It started out with the newspaper. So a lot of people started with the newspaper, great invention. And then you have the movies or the movie theater. So you had the theater, you had the movies. Then the radio was invented. Then the TV was invented. And then the internet. So if you use these technological things, other than maybe your phone, you're not going to say, could you give me the phone? We'll go into that, but there is the TV. Again, we'll go over that in just a moment. We do not use the before meals. So I had the breakfast before having this class. No, I had breakfast. A lot of other languages, they want to use the before the meal. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner do not have before coming to this meeting, as an example. Okay, always try to think of the examples and just memorize the examples. Don't memorize the rules. It's good to use the rules in the examples. All right, and next one. We do not use the before a noun and a number. So if you put a noun and a number, like here you are, sir, you're staying in the room 636. No, it would just be room 636 or 363. It would also work for size. Oh, excuse me, do you have this hat? Do you have the size 58 or do you have the size? So I hope that you're enjoying it so far. And if you are, please make sure you click the like button, subscribe to, okay? We do not use the before places like school, class, or church in general. So that means if you're generally speaking about these things, like today I went to school early. I went to school at 9 o'clock. All right. So you're not using the school. The same would work for class. I have to go to class. I don't have to go to the class. That's going to confuse the native speaker, the listener that's hearing you. He's going to assume that there's different information that he should be getting, but he's not. Okay. Church is another common thing that people go to church. They don't go to the church because we're just speaking in general. If I'm giving you my routine, I go to church every Sunday at 7 o'clock. Okay. These also work for bed, work, and home. Okay. So I'm going to go to, that's a duh sound. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go to work. There is no the before these items. However, if we're going to look at something to be more specific, something that I should be aware of, which one, then I would say, honey, could you drop our son off at the school? Could you drop our son off at the school? That means that she knows which class. Well, you know which class because I said the class. Or the church. I'm going to the church. You know which church I'm referring to because I use the before it. So if I told you, sit on the bed for a moment, which bed I'm referring to? My bed or our bed, okay? Work would never work. Home would also never work. That means it wouldn't be used in this situation. You can't use the before home ever. You could use it before house. The house on Mulberry Street, the house. So I know which house you're talking about on Mulberry Street because I said the house. Okay. And in part two, when we get to part two and we finish you'll understand that there's the differences between the a and the and. A, just real quickly, is here I can use the. I'm going to go to the church. I'm going to go to the store. You know which store I'm going to. I'm going to go to a store, any store. And I would never say I'm going to go to store. Now, we have to have an article before this noun. Does that make sense? All right. Well, you guys have been really, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your comments. I hope you have a question or two. These are the first part. This is the first part. You're welcome. Thank you very much. This is the first part. And there will be a part two. Next week, I'm going to do a part two where we're going to talk about lakes and rivers and which ones to use it in or ocean. This Sunday is Easter. So again, I wish everyone a happy Easter, that you stay safe at home during this critical time with your families, and just be safe. And if you have any questions, please be honest and ask me, and we'll address those next class. Thank you very much, guys. And remember, think in English. See you later.